the Gloucestershire Gun Company, we do an awful lot in the way of night vision, from our digital Generation 1 through Generation 3, for fox shooters, rabbit shooters, nighttime observation. So step this way, I'll have a little video about different types of night vision, its different uses, and should be fun. Night vision can be broadly split into three sectors. Light intensifying tubes, which is classed as first, second and third generation essentially. Digital, which is a new brand of products and type of technology on the market, which has taken the market by storm, most notably in the last year, probably the Pulsar DigiSight, which there'll be separate footage available on the site of that unit in action. The third element of night vision is relatively new to the commercial and civilian available sector, and that's thermal imaging, or TI, which used to be many thousands of pounds, which has now come down to below the £10,000 bracket for commercial and civilian use. When I say £10,000 bracket, I'm essentially talking £9,500, so it's still a little bit out of most people's pockets. The most popular day-to-day, or night-to-night, source of night vision is light amplification. So monocular based is possibly, or dedicated rifle sight. Light intensifying tube technology relies on essentially intensifying the available light, moonlight, starlight, by means of infrared, onto its internal light amplification tube, which enhances what we can see in the dark. The technology is many years old now, going back literally to the Second World War, so because it's been on the market for so long, certainly the cost of first generation optics, such as this Yukon Sentinel unit, are down to around the £500 to £600 bracket, so certainly in the category of, say, the air gunner who requires an optic for use on a pre-charged air rifle for pest control at night, giving you about a 50 to 60 yard effective range. Now this is a Exelon Generation 1 monocular, good for spotting out to about 100 metres, ideally with the addition of extra infrared illumination. It's got its own built-in illuminator, retail price of about £280, so quite good value for spotting foxes, intruders, checking out around pens at night, for instance. One very popular alternative to this is a digital unit, which is the Yukon Ranger Pro system. Looks like a binocular, but is in fact a monocular. Looking through the viewfinder at the back, you've got a large infrared source at the front, which gives this unit easily 100-yard capability. The Pro unit is almost twice the price, but gives about twice the usable range, about 200-metre observation of rabbits, people, etc. Approximately £350 for this unit, and £650 for the more expensive Ranger Pro unit. Dedicated weapon sights, a very popular unit, little Yukon Sentinel 2.5 by 50, Generation 1, affixes to the rifle by means of weaver rails located front and back. Very popular with the air rifle market, with rimfire, priced around £600. That'll give about 50 to 60 yards effectiveness with its large 50mm front lens, which brings a lot of light in to the first generation tube when used in darkness. Built-in infrared illuminator, can be assisted with its own infrared torch as an additional unit which goes on the weaver rail on the side. Very popular over the last year has been the new Pulsar DigiSight. We sold a huge amount of these. 50mm front lens, under its own lens cover. Onboard infrared illuminator will punch out to about 50 metres. Variable settings in terms of reticule, brightness, black or white. Being digital, the unit can be used in daylight as well as night time. It's got an operational range of about 100 metres.
We sell them and supplied them for 2.2 rimfire, air guns, even up to 30.06 centerfire rifles. Superb unit, and at approximately half the cost of a Generation 2 unit. Very, very popular.
In terms of effective range, Generation 1 is about 60 yards. Generation 2 will start to give you true 100-yard capability, more suited to rimfire and certainly centerfire rifles. Generation, at a cost, incidentally, it's probably around £2,000 as a ballpark. Moving into Generation 3, which is probably what we're familiar with from seeing various movies, very clear reproduction of surroundings at night, but costing realistically from about £5,000, so more suited to the professional operator and pest controller who is going to get his money back out of the investment in that piece of kit.